Welcome back to the King of the League. My name is Cromar. I'm here by myself today with a live cast of A&E versus Phobia. This is Division 2 for King of the League Week 1, and this is Game 1 between these two classic titans, actually. Those of you who have followed the TGN tournaments in the past will recognize most of these players and both of these teams. They've been around for quite a while. Bishop XL, the team captain of A&E, is a good friend of TGN. We featured him in other videos. I believe he's been in a squadron even. So, and I play with him every now and then, but we actually had Orange on Zach stumble into a trap, getting charmed as well. Are we going to get a first blood already? Juicy Curry on Blitzcrank is running away as fast as possible. It's now just a chase down to see whether or not Team Red here can escape just in the nick of time. I'm Singaporean is going to go down first. That's Jace, giving up the first blood to cho'gath. Caitlyn also picks off Orianna and Blitzcrank for a double kill. They're a little bit too slow to get out. cho'gath going to try to help Fnatic escape, but Fnatic is not able to kill Caitlyn with the opportunity, so that is really bad. Sorry, guys. So A&E not in a good place because unfortunately the AD carry within the AD carry Azek for Phobia Gaming has picked up a double kill right off the top of the bat, right off the top. Now A&E did get the first blood, but you know. At this point, it's not really worth it. I mean, cho'gath's the one that got it. It's not that big of a deal. The double kill for Caitlyn is far more important. So, of course, everybody went back to pick up some goals. So that was definitely to pick up some items, rather, with their new money. Let's see what Caitlyn picked up. Caitlyn picked up a longsword to complement Doran's blade. So that's going to be nasty. Oh, boy. Wow. So this action started fast enough before I could even talk about the team comp. But our good friends A&E are running cho'gath top lane. They're running Orianna mid. Orianna, I've seen them play Orianna quite a bit. They're running Zach in the jungle. Zach is, just an amazing champion right now. And a Blitzcrank Graves combination. Blitzcrank, surprised he didn't get banned. They did ban Thresh, but they didn't ban Blitzcrank, so he wound up on the field. He's pretty much always picked or banned. And that's a champion that can completely turn around a game at any moment, especially when the game is very, very close. They can pretty much instantly win off of a perfect grab. Or like I said, have a turnaround, grabbing someone out of the Baron pit or something along those lines. There's a million different ways that Blitzcrank can turn it around, and of course he is incredibly dangerous in lane if you're not careful. However, bot lane, they're up against, well, I'll get to the guy's pronunciation later, but their support player with the unpronounceable name there is on Janna. And Janna, the Master Disengager, is a very high skill, very difficult to play support compared to most of them. That's why I don't play her. She's too tough for me, even though I'm main support. And paired up with Caitlyn, who, with a double kill and the advantage of long range and high damage, is going to be extremely difficult to deal with. Another problem that they're going to have is that Caitlyn and Janna are so tough to catch, and even a Blitzcrank grab is not a guaranteed kill. I mean, a net and a tornado and a Zephyr, and once they hit 6, of course, Monsoon, will make it very difficult to catch and kill either Caitlyn or Janna. Matter of fact, I might even go for Janna over Caitlyn in that case. It's tough to say. They've also got flashes available. So I wouldn't count on bot lane for A&E picking up any kills anytime soon. It might take a little while, might take a couple successful grabs, or maybe just some blunders. But these are all platinum and diamond level players. I believe almost all of them are platinum. I believe there's 1 gold from Season 2 and then 1 diamond player, 1 diamond 5 player, which is the AD carry, Azek. WCR Orange, by the way, those of you who watch TGN Squadron, you might recognize him. He plays AD carry for us every now and then. At least before we drafted MF Pally time. So, he's an excellent player. He's so much better than all of us on the TGN Squadron, and it's just kind of funny having him in the game. There's a grab on Caitlyn. Grab knock-up combo. The tornado going to help her escape. Notice how long she waited before she escaped. She was very confident about that positioning. The exhaust going down on Graves. Unfortunately, though, that pressure... Oh, the barrier bait might make it happen. No! Blitzcrank uppercutting to finish off poor Caitlyn. And the support's picking up kills. For both teams, in fact. Now, unpronounceable name Janna has picked up a kill, as well as Juicy Curry on Blitzcrank. It's kind of interesting. A little bit late here from Loloho on Jarvan. Loloho? Am I pronouncing that right? Anyway, so while there's a quick lull in the action, I do want to talk about unpronounceable name man, Janna. TFVBHY. I was thinking about this before the game. I was like, how am I going to pronounce this guy? Oh, we'll come back to it in a minute. Ari is under pressure from Zach. It's not going to be too difficult for her to escape. In fact, she actually kind of gave back a little bit more than she got with her orb. That was pretty good. Orange is going to have to find a better ganking opportunity. Perhaps Jace. Certainly ganking bot's going to be very difficult, even with Zach. They're going to have to catch him in just the right position. Perhaps after a Blitzcrank grab, or perhaps pulling one off in the panic that follows, using that knock-up as a CC. Check out this trading between cho'gath and Jace. My good friend there, Bishop XL, and I'm a Singaporean. I know Bishop is, main's top lane. When I play with him, he's usually playing AD carry because I'm playing support with him as a duo. But his main is top lane, and he plays a really nasty Rumble as well as a pretty nasty cho'gath. I should watch his cho'gath games more often because I like playing cho'gath. He's really fun. I like his playstyle, so I should learn from him. But anyway, oh, there's the grab on Caitlyn just outside the tower range. It was close though. She is going to try to escape immediately this time instead of fighting back. And as I predicted, they got about half her health, and honestly, they couldn't get much more. Janna's flash is still available, so Janna's going to want to body block those grabs if the, if there's a vulnerability there. She doesn't want to let Caitlyn get grabbed for sure. Anyway, so TFVBHY. I decided I'm going to pronounce that one Phobia. All right, Phobia. The V is silent. And that's going to be the best we're going to get. We're going to get Phobia for our Janna player here. And I think that works. I think that kind of works. I think he randomly just typed letters in. I'm not sure. Maybe it means something. I'll have to ask him after the game. I don't know. But Phobia and Juicy Curry, the supports facing off with their 80 carries in tow. And gold-wise, the teams are dead even. Well, it's a couple hundred off. But that's not what really matters. What really matters is the 80 carries. The 80 carries, about 500 different between our Caitlyn and our Graves, Azik, and Fnatic. Not too bad of a situation for Fnatic. I mean, honestly, one good grab and kill can even that up. And in terms of CS, they're essentially equal. Lane matchups seem pretty even right now, matter of fact. Jace is slightly ahead of cho'gath, so I'm Singaporean, just a bit ahead of Bishop XL. He's going to have to, take his farming to the next level to catch up with Jace. You do not want a free farming Jace, for God's sake. It's about one of the worst things you can have. Other than maybe a free farming Swain with blue. That's five levels ahead of you. That's about the only thing worse. And there's definitely a huge advantage to I'm Singaporean. I'm getting a message to you guys live stream the tournament matches. I will answer him live. Check this out, guys. And I'll answer the question for you guys as well. Not right now, but we will. Not a very specific answer, but I don't want to commit to anything yet at this point because it's something that we're talking about internally. Of course, there will be a live tournament, a big event. But as for other matches in between, that is still something that we are working on, but we'll let you know. I don't think he knows that I'm recording right now, so even though it says spectating. How about that 300 friends, that 300 limit on the friends list, man? They need to fix that. They need to add some more friends because I hate having to delete somebody every time I need to add somebody for the tournament or whatever. Anyway, Ahri and Orianna picking up blue. Try to get Pneumatic to make a team we would carry. Pneumatic, for those of you who don't know, Pneumatic is part of Devious, aka Reboot, the winners of the previous TGN tournament. There's a full all-in with Cataclysm on Orianna. She's going to use her Shockwave to pull Jarvan into the... Oh, good God, she might die from the Ignite. No, her shield is going to save her. That was incredible. She flashed out of the Cataclysm and then tried to use the Shockwave to turn the tables, with both players escaping just barely. Lolaho and Ghostface Killa. That was a great play from Ghostface Killa. That's when you know you've got a good play, is when somebody takes advantage of you like that and you just completely turn it around on them and have them running for the hills. She only survived because of... I should stop saying she. I always say she because the champion's female, but the player's male. Anyway, catching WCR Orange. Both the champion and the player are male in this case, and they're going to finish off these globs most likely, especially since the tower is only just now hitting Ahri. She was staying just out of range, so there is another kill for Phobia. Watch out, A&E. Phobia is in a very big, very strong position right now, with Ahri getting a gold lead over Orianna. Of only about 100 or so, in fact. That's a bit of a surprise. I expected it would have been more. Must have been assist gold. She must have gotten less assist gold for her assist. But anyway, getting a little aggressive here. Juicy Curry missing the grab. That could be bad. Caitlyn firing back with the shield. God, Caitlyn is so dangerous. Caitlyn is one of the most dangerous AD carries because of her incredibly long range. And the combination with Janna, besides making her very difficult to kill, gives her very high power Piltover Peacemakers. The scaling on the thing is outrageous. I mean, I can't remember what the exact number is. It's going to tell me here, plus 144 based on 111 AD. So her Piltover Peacemaker damage, hitting for like 250 at this point after armor, depending on how much armor you have. Blitzcrank has a little bit more armor than Graze, I believe. Yeah, that's even with True Grit up. So No, True gets stacking now. He's actually going to pass him up. But anyway, my point of that, which I'll get back to later, as Orange has unfortunately got caught in his jungle by a counter jungle from Jarvan, Ahri, and Jace. I'm sorry I missed out on that, guys. I didn't see that one coming, as I was too busy lollygagging bot lane, looking at people's armor. But the point is that Caitlyn does quite a bit of burst damage with that shield up. They're going to catch cho'gath here, missing the shock blast, excuse me, and cho'gath's going to dodge as well the banner pull from Jarvan. That's too bad. Good work, Bishop. Keeping your team alive. Do not want to feed the Jace player at this point. So I missed a kill down bottom. I'm going to press backspace, and we're going to watch this play happen. We're going to have to press it twice because this is a long play, apparently. But it looks like it's going to open with a Blitzcrank grab. I'd almost bet on it. And Juicy Curry really wants to get to Phobia. Did I get that right? I think Phobia was what I went with. Yeah, we're going with Phobia. He's actually going to miss the grab on Caitlyn, so I guess I was wrong about that. Actually going to go straight on Janna with a punch. And Azek is going to stay in the fight against Fnatic. They're just going to, with the exhaust, they're just going to sit there and fire through it and wait out the exhaust. And they're going to focus to Phobia, and there's the ultimate burst. Ah, too bad. It looks like it was a fight that Azek could not win, and that's going to be a nice pick-me-up for A&E. They need this badly. They need their Grace player to get some gold. And Grace player, in fact, is about 100 down. Fnatic is only about 100 down from Azek. And considering that Azek opened the game with a double kill, that's pretty nice. I mean, that's a pretty good recovery. He's also going to get lane control at this point. And Azek picking up golems while Fnatic picks up another wave of minions and pressures the tower. Juicy Curry going back. Maybe a little early? Nah, I'm sure he's fine. Fnatic is also going back. That's why Juicy Curry went back, because Fnatic was as well. They have enough vision with their Tri-Bush Pink Ward to know that they're almost certainly not going to get counter-ganked. I need to go watch top again because of the kill with Jace and cho'gath, so let's go back to see that happen. We're going to have to go back again. That's the advantage of solo casting. It's really, really easy to use these controls. So while the kills happen bot, we're going to go back up top where we have a gank coming from Lolaho, catching Bishop XL in the Cataclysm. He cannot flash, but look at the damage coming back from Bishop. Bishop says, I'm fighting this. Kills I'm Singaporean, and no doubt is going to die to the banner from Lolaho. That was pretty funny. Once again, getting caught out of position, but completely turning it around with just pure damage, combining the feast. In fact, Jarvan trapped Jace in the Cataclysm. It happens. It happens. It happens to the best of us, guys. We always love to give Pure Shield hell about it. Oh, Fnatic still hasn't come back yet. He got interrupted by Azek. We always give Pure Shield hell when we play with him, and he's playing Jarvan. And he always traps somebody. I used to play Rammus all the time, and I'd be chasing somebody, he'd Cataclysm, and then my, the pathing would freak the hell out, and Rammus would go flying halfway across the map in the other direction because of the Cataclysm. Even when there's room to go by, he'll just go back or sit there in place and go back and forth for a few seconds, and it's hilarious. That's just one of the problems with Jarvan. It's okay though. I mean, he's been out for so long, and it's been a problem for so long. It's part of the champion now. It's part of the game balance. If they fixed it, then, or if they did something else to prevent it from hurting the team like that, then he would probably be drastically overpowered. I wouldn't be surprised. And that's okay. It happens. And ultimately, top lane, they did trade 1-for-1 with Jace picking up a kill. With Lolaho and Jarvan picking up a kill, and I'm Singaporean picking up an assist. So overall, they won that. Also, the feed for cho'gath is kind of inferior to the feed for Jarvan or Jace. So overall, that was a big pickup for Phobia. There's also lane control to take into account. Orange camping the lane, waiting for Lolaho, or I'm Singaporean rather, to push up. I'm unsure if I'm Singaporean's aware. Looks like he is definitely not aware because he just walked right in to the elastic slingshot. And they're going to combo on him. There's Let's Bounce. Will he be able to get him? The baseball slam. Thundering blow. Kept cho'gath. Oh my god, he got him with the shock blast. Wow, that was incredible. I'm gonna play that one again, guys, because I couldn't believe how much burst damage that was. Watch this, the thundering blow to keep cho'gath away. And then Orange takes a couple tower hits. There's the shock blast and the tower hit. It was the tower hit that finished him. I figured that was too much damage for a shock blast kill. Yeah, Orange definitely went a little too deep there with the Let's Bounce, and that was a kill for Jace. So I'm Singaporean now, doing really well. He's got a lot, mostly assists, but his total participation's 5 out of 7. That means all the action's happening top lane. So, speaking of action, at the blue buff for A&E, Phobia asserting their dominance, taking that buff, giving it to Ahri, And unfortunately, A&E is not in any kind of position to do anything about it. I know Oriana here, Ghostface Killa, wants to do something. See if they can stop this dragon. Unfortunately, though, it's just going to be a Blitzcrank and an Oriana. It's going to be really tough for them. They don't even have a smite here yet. Orange, since Orange died, they're going to get this, yeah, no problem. Unfortunately, the Shockwave failing to steal. It's okay, it was a good try. I don't blame you for trying there. We're going to see if they can catch... Oh, this is a disaster for A&E. They caught a charm on Fnatic, but he just barely escaped. Check this out, they may actually kill Jarvan. Sticking in too late, Loloho gets punched to death by a giant robot. But A&E is going to turn this around after the kill on Loloho. They've actually got control of this fight now. Fnatic, the grab on Fnatic turned out, got him nothing, and it just actually really ruined things for Phobia in that fight. Oh my god, at this point it was barely even worth the dragon. It may not have been worth the dragon. And now they have lane control. Both Fnatic and ASIC are forced to go back, but it looks like Orange and Curry are going to push this lane up to the tower. It's probably their best bet. Meanwhile, Phobia, after losing that fight, kind of wishes they had Jace. I mean, that's ultimately what it came down to, right? I mean, cho'gath went mid and Jace didn't. So I'm Singaporean making the decision not at this time to force the tower down. Or maybe he just decided that he didn't want to, you know, risk an execute. It's tough to say which one it was. I don't know. I think he could have got it. I think he could have shock blasted that, or auto-attacked that down after switching. So, Ghostface Killer coming to take the lane. Bishop XL is going to catch this. I'm Singaporean. Let's see if he can juke the Rupture. And, oh, there we go. Nice gate. Oh, nice acceleration gate from I'm Singaporean. He is going to juke the Rupture. So that was an excellent quadruple juke there. And Bishop XL saying, oh, that jerk got away from me. I'm going to push the lane instead. Let's see if he can push this tower. It is at full health, essentially, close enough. It's going to be tough. Down bottom, ASIC is, and Phobia are here up against Fnatic. Fnatic is not at full health, but he does have lifesteal in the form of his Blade of the Ruin King. Similar items for both our Caitlyn and our Graves, although Caitlyn is ahead, starting to work on a eye edge. And has actually started working on the eye edge before picking up the Blade of the Ruin King, which is interesting. So they're going to fight here. Juicy Curry going for something. Charging in. There's the grab on to Phobia. And the total burst finally kills him. That's too bad. Phobia did not have flash available for that. And as a result, between the silence and everything else, there was just no defense there. Grab, full burst down. So I think I was right when I said in the beginning that they were best to go for Phobia, especially if his flash was down. The better target than ASIC. Because if they go for ASIC, Phobia can defend him really easily, and ASIC also has the net, which he's using right now. There's the grab, baiting, because Lolahol's coming. They did spot him thanks to the ward in the tri-bush. Let's see if they can get him. Lolahol catching Juicy Curry in a Cataclysm. ASIC's trapped as well, but I don't think he minds. He might be able to finish this off with an ace in the hole. Doesn't need to. And Fnatic is just barely going to escape with his life, and Orange is just a little bit too late to the party to take care of that. So that's too bad. Back at mid here. Ghostface Killa and the player we've barely talked about, Doril, facing off. Let's see what Doril's been up to. He's got his Codex and Blasting Wand. Looks like I'm Singaporean wants to do something here mid. Let's see if he can catch Ghostface Killa out of position. It's unlikely. No, definitely not. Let me check the ward coverage here. Matter of fact, I think we have a second here to look at ward coverage. If you look at the vision for Phobia, blue team here, they do have a lot of wards in the river, which is good. So they have a lot of protection here for their bot lane. Whereas A&E has a lot of wards up here. So each team has great vision on one half of the map, not the other half of the map. You know what I mean? Kind of interesting. So with the tower down top lane, Bishop XL is going to push in and harass mid. This is a very terrifying cho'gath, by the way. Cho'gath is just scary to look at. Doesn't matter how well he's doing. If he's got 6 stacks of feast, he's going to be terrifying no matter what. Just the design, the way he looks. And Loloho cleaning up a ward. So A&E's attempts to ward bot lane have been fought off. Phobia says, no, bot lane's ours. We have total control of vision bot lane. You get nothing. They got one ward right here, which Juicy Curry just placed with, I believe it was the Sight Stone. Yeah, it was the Sight Stone. And they're getting ready for another fight. Loloho going for a gank on Fnatic. He's just going to walk in and auto-attack him. That's good. That's how you do it. Oh, he actually missed. Oh man, missed the banner pull. With the ace in the hole, breaks the barrier, and Dragon Strike, just the tip with a kill. He actually, that was actually pretty slick. Waited that's like it was a great play by Fnatic. I mean, he was in a bad position, but he made the best of it. Managed to bait the Cataclysm, so he quick drawed it. There's an Orianna ult, Shockwave on AZIC. AZIC is in a really bad spot here. There's almost no way he's going to survive, but I'm going to root for him. Lolohole is escaping from Blitzcrank and Ghostface Killa. And AZIC, wow, that's incredible. AZIC did survive. That was good enough that he deserves a replay. Let's take a replay and look at AZIC escaping, popping the barrier. Let's bounce running out just in time, flashing over the wall as Orange walks into Doral and to Phobia, who are going to defend him, and force Orange to flee. No kills. Except for Fnatic, of course, who was killed a minute ago. Here comes Jarvan, Lolohole. See if he can get something done here. He's going to catch Juicy Curry in not so great position, but that's okay. He has backup. But Doral getting grabbed. Oh boy, Bishop almost got that Ahri. He really wants to feast him so bad, but it's just not going to happen right this second. His feast is available. See if he can catch either Doral or AZIC. That would be a huge pickup for A&E right now. They really want to push mid. That's what they seem to be indicating that anyway to me. Looks like they do. Orange is healed up. He's coming back. Meanwhile, the Phobia had to go back to heal, and AZIC went back to heal. So they actually have, yeah, they're going to push this tower. There's nothing to stop them now. AZIC was forced to. He just didn't have enough health. Shock Blast warding him off, but Graves has the auto attack damage for it. Fnatic picks up that tower. Mid tower down. In terms of towers, they're close enough to even. I believe they're difference of 2 towers. I guess that's really not that close, is it, now that I think about it. Didn't realize that bot tower was down already for A&E. That's not good. A&E having a rough time of it. Going to go for this dragon. Let's see if they can get a steal. Something may happen here. No, Bishop picks it up with a feast. Uses his feast on dragon. That's not good. Lolohole jumping with a Cataclysm gets pulled out of his own Cataclysm. Bishop's trapped, and they managed to catch Orange out of position where he's going to be forced to use his passive to come back to life, but I think he will. AZIC in a nasty position gets finished off by Ghostface Killa, and now Phobia is forced to retreat. Bishop is going to try to catch Time Singaporean. He's going to die to Ahri here in a second. Doral almost kills Blitzcrank. Still might get him. Nope, did not get him. Blitzcrank punched him to death. Juicy Curry sitting at 3 kills now. That was a hell of a fight, and that was pretty unfortunate for Bishop having to use his feast to get the dragon kill. But Fnatic finishing off to Phobia with quick draw and a full combo on her. That was interesting. I'm going to watch that fight one more time, guys. I hope you don't mind. I thought it was a pretty exciting fight. I'm sure you guys won't mind. We're going to have to go back one more time. We're going to watch this happen. There's the initiate with the Cataclysm again, and Lolohole getting pulled out, and then Orange getting pressured immediately. I guess they focused the wrong target there. I want to watch what Fnatic does in this fight. Fnatic is going to focus AZIC immediately. So he actually did the majority of the damage, it looks like, with Ghostface Killa picking up the rest. And then after that, Fnatic is just free-firing. He's absolutely free-firing. Look at this guy go. I was watching up here, but man, Fnatic is just nuts right now. Finishing off Ahri as well, but everybody keeps stealing his kills. Bishop stole his kill. Ghostface stole his kill. Juicy Curry, come on, guys. The only way you can get a kill is if he's the only one. Quick draw and a flash required to finish her off. That was pretty amusing. I'm glad I went back to see that again because I missed that the first time, all the kill steals. That's okay. It's actually kill secured, guys. There's no such thing as a kill steal. Just want you to know. Gotta make sure that they die. That's the important thing. It's also important that Doral didn't get the extra kill. But AZIC is back up alive since he was the first one to die. And Phobia kind of hurt after that fight. Total kills, we see a lead from A&E. However, in terms of gold, they're not ahead, which is interesting. That may be in part because of the tower difference. That's pretty much only because of the tower difference, in fact. Which is kind of interesting, since they are 1-for-1 on Dragon. Let's see where we are on individual gold. That's what's really important. AZIC is about 500 ahead of Fnatic still. That's a pretty big problem for A&E. But as the game goes on and on, 500 gold becomes less and less important. In terms of total items, let's see here. Fnatic working on his Bloodthirster, it looks like. And AZIC has picked up the Eye Edge, but not picked up? Interesting. I thought for sure that AZIC was going to get the Blade of the Ruin King before, or even a Bloodthirster before the Eye Edge, but no, he's gone for the Eye Edge. Interesting. I am not an expert on 80 carry builds, so you have to forgive me there if that's not considered common, but every time I play with a Caitlyn, they go Blade of the Ruin King right away. Makes sense, it's such a powerful item. It gives you everything you want, pretty much, except raw damage. And I think that's what Caitlyn wants, is raw damage. Of course, attack speed is especially standing in a brush, is wonderful for Caitlyn because she picks up all those extra headshots. So anyway, I'm not going to second guess these guys though, because they're all much better than me. I know they have their builds that they have in mind, that they have plenty of experience with. They know it works, so I just have to listen to them. Mid lane, it looks like Phobia wants to get something done. Both Bishop XL and I'm Singaporean are out of position right now. They're not into this fight. They're facing off top lane. I don't think Singaporean wants to give up his precious tower, which has lasted 23 minutes into the game so far. I wouldn't want to give it up either if I were him. Actually, no, I take that back. I don't care about my tower. That's why I'm terrible in a solo lane. Seriously. If you ever play a game with me, don't let me have a solo lane. That'd be bad for the team. Anyway. Singaporean going back. Looks like they didn't get the battle that they wanted, or the battle that I wanted, I should say. Isaac picking up red. They're a little bit of a stalemate. They really are. But A&E's making a move. They're going to force this tower, or they're going to force Baron, one of the two. Getting spotted by a ward. Phobia knows what they're up to. Oh, there's the charm on Juicy Curry, and he's a goner. He is an absolute goner. Lasted a long time, but still, there was no way. And Orange coming in for the assist and just absolutely did nothing and died. Sorry, Orange. Oh, what a blunder. Shockwave getting interrupted because Ghostface Killer died too fast. And there goes Fnatic too. It's the good old line dance technique. It's where you see some enemies and you walk into a line directly into them, one at a time, in a straight line, until you all die. That's the line dance. It's a great... it's a pro play. I don't know if Bishop wants to do something here. He's probably going to go for a flash. Uses the Rupture for Scout. No, he's not. He's not silly enough to do that. And the Baron going to Phobia. A&E is in bad shape right now, guys. Really bad. Besides Isaac being super fed. I mean, that was just a really hardcore feed from A&E's entire team, except Bishop. Ouch. After Juicy Curry got caught, they should have definitely just head for the hills. I mean, they probably could have maintained harassment over the Baron pit and prevented them from taking it, maybe. Maybe even got a steal. After all, they do have a Zac on their team, and if anybody can steal it, it's Zac. He can literally just jump straight over the pit and smite it as he's going by, a fly-by smite. I swear to God, I've seen it happen before. It's ridiculous. Hopefully they haven't nerfed it. I don't look like a fool. But he can definitely do that when he came out. It's one of my favorite plays to watch. Anyway, Phobia in a very strong position, ready to push up. Isaac still has not picked up his second item. He's got many pieces of it. There's a few different items he could be picking up now. We shall see, but I'm pretty sure it's Ruin King. Anyway, Bishop trying to defend this tower. God, the Shock Blast damage on Ghostface Teal, he did not like that. Meanwhile, Fnatic is solo pushed. Bot lane. Oh, holding off with only 4 people, that's pretty good. Juicy Curry taking that Shock Blast like a man, right in the chest. He's a robot after all, probably just like charges his batteries or something. I don't think it's actually that good against him. Bishop XL shrugging that off too. Great Janna shield. Saving Doral from taking too much damage. All that burst on Juicy Curry though, he's finally forced to go back. With him back, it's actually a lot safer for them to poke. Phobia is in a good position here with the poking because without the threat of a pull, they can be a lot closer to the tower. They can just sit there and snipe the tower. However, they have not taken advantage of their opportunity, and Juicy Curry has returned already to the fray. That was pretty quick. He does have a home guard, it appears. Combined with Overload. It's pretty fast. Oh, Lolo getting a little deep. This is getting exciting, guys. This is getting exciting. Anything could happen, man. Anything could happen now. This could be the game-winning play. There's a grab on Loloho. He's going to retreat. Juicy Curry taking way too much damage. Loloho taking almost none, so that grab did not go well for A&E. Juicy Curry really, really needs a grab on Isaac. That would be incredible. That would be so exciting. Check out all those Caitlyn traps everywhere. It's funny looking at him with blue instead of green because you're in spectator mode. Anyway. Look at that wave clear. Just forget it. Between Shock Blast and all that stuff. Oh boy. Oh, a pull on Isaac right there. Oh, I would have jumped out of my chair if he had landed that pull. But he didn't quite get into range, so he didn't even cast it. I know he wanted it though. God. Oh, the tension. Bishop taking care of that trap so that somebody else doesn't get caught at the wrong time. Juicy Curry wants a grab so bad. We're going to move the camera down just a little bit. Oh, there's the... No, he grabbed Azik. He did grab Azik. Look at that. They're going to burst him down. He's going to flash out and just barely escape with his life, saved by Jenna. Of course, Asenhol's going to finish off Fnatic off screen. Looks like Doro stole the kill. I used my ult. Why'd you use it? Oh, so Azik surviving the pull. That is so rough. I mean, they couldn't have had a better initiate than that. I want to watch that again. It happened so quickly. We're going to watch that one more time, and we're going to slow it down, because that's a thing. Let's slow this sucker down. Not yet. But here comes the pull. Azik is getting a little too close. Blitzcrank is going to pull. Look at that thread in that needle to pull Caitlyn into the group. There's the knock up, the full combo. Janna's shield and the barrier keep her alive just barely. There's going to be another Janna shield just in a second after she nets out. There's that Janna shield, and after that they realize, oh, we didn't get anybody. We didn't get anybody. Oh, that's rough. I should use plus and minus and not click that thing. That is annoying. Okay, so Fnatic going down to the burst up there. I love how Caitlyn stuck around long enough to ult. And A&E absolutely in a world of hurt right now. At least they didn't give it up an inhibitor. I mean, I'll give them that. But I think Phobia realized that it was time to go grab a free dragon and let Azik heal up too. Lifesteal up and go by. Everybody in Phobia is sitting on 4 digits cash except for Lolaho. But he's going back too, so he's got something to buy. Looks like it could be a few different things. I'm not sure exactly. Azik not buying yet either. Still hasn't bought his second item, that's okay. Saving up. Something big. Ghostface Killer picked up a couple waves. And now we get ready for the next fight. Next fight. They're trying to gotta wait out that Baron buff. Which I believe they have. Yes, they have. Baron buff has expired for Phobia. So now, A&E. It's time for A&E to get something done. It is definitely time. Nice pink ward there from Tefubi. The V is silent, remember guys. A&E grabbing their blue buff. Oh, it's intense. Everything is on the line. Not really. This is their first game of the season, so there's really nothing on the line at this point except for bragging rights and a little bit of win-loss record. But I'm still going to say it anyway. Everything's on the line. The winner of this match takes all. Which is to say not much. Not much at all. They get the veto for Game 2 and not a whole lot else. So, yeah, Game 1 of the Summoner Rift. Game 2 will be coming up right after. As, depending on what kind of game mode they do. The loser gets to choose 1v1, 2v2, ARAM, Dominion. See what they choose. And the winner gets to veto one. So if they don't want to do an ARAM or whatever, then they can. I'd love to see a Dominion. I would love to cast a Dominion with these players. Oh, that would be so exciting. Anyway, dodging the Rupture there. Rupture has an extremely low cooldown at this point in the game, so he's just going to spam it constantly every time it's up. You never know. You might catch somebody perfectly. Set up a Blitzcrank hook. That's what you want. Boy, I remember being in this position. Was it 2 minutes ago this was happening? Fnatic has a Last Whisper now. Okay, Last Whisper, Bloodthirster, and Blade of the Ruin King. Well, Caitlyn just has the Eye Edge and some parts, and has not finished her other items. So that's different. After all, Fnatic's only 300 gold behind. If we take a look at CS, yeah, Fnatic has really nailed the CS. Though that's the one good thing that A&E really has going for him right now. It's close enough, especially with the Last Whisper being on the field. It's close enough that a good pull, just a good initiate, a team fight where Fnatic can free fire, if that happens, that will be huge for A&E. They can definitely get something done. But man, they cannot kill Azik. Let me tell you, I don't know. This guy, he's got a guardian angel on his shoulder, and her name is Jenna. Oh man. Blitzcrank wants that hook. He missed it though. Another one of A&E's turrets goes down. That is almost their last turret. I would say now that A&E is in a bad position in terms of map control. I think it's pretty clear. However, they're going to go in since Singaporean's out of position. He's going to come in and flank them in a minute though if they aren't careful. They need to catch him in the woods, but they don't have the vision for it, unfortunately. That would have been good for them. No, it was a good idea anyway. Curry's going to go back and heal and buy. Taking that point in the game where he's like, man, I really wish I could get some gold. Here comes another Baron. Baron attempt from Phobia. Ooh, they can't do anything to stop this. They aren't even pinging the right spot. Oh man, that's a free Baron for Phobia. 2 Barons, as well as a 1 dragon advantage, I believe. Perhaps 2 dragons. I believe it's 1. 2 Barons and 2 dragons. Let's go with that. Oloho, gonna force this one. They're gonna just focus on the tank. Bishop XL. There's a grab on Singaporean. No, the shockwave getting basically nothing, and then Azik is able to free fire at this point. So is Fnatic, though. Fnatic is going to go on Doral. I'm going to watch Fnatic up here and fight Doral, and after that I may have to go back and rewatch the bottom half of the fight. That's probably what's going to happen. Juicy Curry picking him off. So after, let's go back and let's not watch Doral and Fnatic this time. So they're going to run up this way. Let's watch down here. And with Janna already dead, this actually may go some way for A&E. How about that? We're going to have to watch this fight at least one more time to figure out what the hell happened. Bishop focusing down Jace. Juicy Curry stealing the kill. Azik now is completely screwed, using barrier to attempt to survive. However, Fnatic is free firing. Thanks to that last whisper, everybody just basically got shredded by him. Caitlyn just picked up a last whisper too. Oh boy, Bishop taking that damage. How about that tanking? Everybody threw everything on Bishop right at the start. That is how you tank, folks. Oh my goodness, that was exciting. Let's go back one more time. Let's watch the start of this fight. Watch everybody focus Bishop XL. They land the charm. They land everything on him. But then Janna is dead. Why is Janna dead already? Janna died so early. So we're going to watch this again. There's the Baron kill. We're going to watch Janna. I want to figure out what happened to Phobia and why he got himself killed. I believe it was a grab. That's my best guess because it seemed like he was in a really bad position. Here comes Phobia. Gets silenced. They're focusing down Bishop. There's actually the grab on I'm Singaporean, the shockwave on Phobia, which I was under the impression I didn't think that it got anybody, but it got to Phobia, took half his health, and Fnatic finished him. That is what happened, and that's what turned the game around. It was the shockwave. So listen to me telling you the shockwave didn't get anything done, and I was completely wrong. So Fnatic is going to just get revenge on the rest of their team. Oloho escaping because they're not really that concerned about him, and there's the rupture. Can they catch him now? Banner pull away. No, Jarvan's like impossible to catch. So how about that, guys? Wow. Wow. Killing that Janna, as well as the grab on I'm Singaporean, aka Jace. Turning that fight around. A&E having every disadvantage in the book and still somehow pulling it out. They definitely blew way too much on cho'gath. Cho'gath way too tanky. And Bishop XL was able to do his role. They're going to pull Oloho into the group. Unfortunately, though, everybody is so low that they're just not free to kill, and Doral taking advantage of that. Getting killed finally by Fnatic, but going 2 for 1. Very happy about that trade, and that's going to force A&E to back off and save the tower. So nice work from Phobia holding it together, 2v4. Even through a grab. Yeah, definitely didn't. I don't think he wanted to grab Jarvan. I'm just gonna speculate that he wasn't trying to grab Jarvan there. I'm pretty sure he wanted Ahri, but that's okay. It's okay. We all have those days, man. So there's a runic bulwark purchase from Jarvan. Loloho. Is that how you pronounce it? Loloho? I'm doing pretty good on pronunciations, I think. Phobia picking up his Locket of the Iron Solari. I almost called it Socket of the Iron Lolari. I'm pretty good at names, is what I'm trying to say. Frozen Heart for cho'gath, thank you for the messages, explaining this stuff to me, so I don't miss it. Next fight's going to be nasty. These guys are dead even. Next fight could be a game ender. Matter of fact, they almost lost that mid inhib. If it wasn't for that strong defense from Loloho, they would have. Very impressive. So Dragon from A&E trying to even things up by picking up an extra dragon. Phobia tried his best. There's an ace in the hole that it did nothing. It's not all that powerful in ability. Although it can be used to initiate team fights in situations where your AD carry is not confident about positioning because of really abusive diver like a Zed or Talon or somebody that's been destroying you, and you might say, well, I'm scared. So I'm going to hide over this wall and use ace in the hole from 3 screens away and use that to open. So that I can at least do something. That's about what it's good for. But what makes Caitlyn so powerful really is the range. I mean, my god, that range. So good. So. Pushing up mid is Phobia. They want to end it. I know they want to end it on this play. Still have that Baron buff on Loloho, but he's the only one. Seems unlikely though. Fnatic's coming back. He'll definitely be in position before they can make anything happen. I mean, they'd have to push right this second, but they aren't. They're going to wait for minions, and that means Fnatic's going to be in the fight. I want to see Fnatic shred people, man. He's the guy I'm watching. He's 6'4" and 8. He's got 3 items plus an extra BF sword. However, keep in mind that Azik in the last serious fight did not have items. Only had a eye edge and parts. Now Azik has a Last Whisper and a Phantom Dancer. So that may make a huge difference in this fight. I think it will. I think it will, because Azik didn't get much done last time. Did not go for the Blade of the Ruin King either. I don't think it's going to hurt him too much. He wants that raw move speed from his Phantom Dancer. Here we go, guys. Loloho getting aggressive with his tower. They're just gonna give up the tower. There's no sense in trying to defend it with Ghostface Killa not in range. He's gonna go around, take the safe route into the base. Try not to get caught. Doesn't want to get hit by a charm around in the corner there. That would be terrible. Absolutely terrible. Juicy Curry waiting for a grab over the wall. Ooh, there was a good chance there with Jarvan, but, you know, he's not the guy you want to pull, so, you know, maybe if everybody's way out of position. After all, you do have a Graves that's pretty stacked who can shred him. But other than that, no, because we do have a pure tank build with Loloho. I pretty much build, whenever I play champions like Jarvan, not Jarvan specifically because I don't play him specifically, but similar champions that can be built. You know, bruisers who can be built offense, defense, or some hybrid. I always build pure defense because I just find that more enjoyable. Anyway, Loloho getting shredded by Graves. Going to go in with the Cataclysm on Bishop XL. And Juicy Curry getting focused. It does not matter, though. He's only one person. He's only one person. They're only focusing the support. Instead, Fnatic is running wild in the back line. Azik is also at full health. Let's see what happens here. No! Ari, oh my goodness. Orange actually got shredded, but unfortunately, Azik is going to be able to pick off Fnatic. That's bad news for A&E. Oh man, we're going to have to watch that again. I was really surprised to see how that turned around because it looked like A&E had a massive advantage. It looks like what happened. Let's go back one more time. Yeah, right here, this is the spot. We're going to watch Juicy Curry come in and muscle his way in, doing the tank thing. It's pretty good, but Bishop is being forced back by the Cataclysm. Oh, that's rough. But they still have Bishop and Orange at this point. Here I'm thinking that they got a big advantage, but Bishop goes down first. Orange dives the team and then instantly gets vaporized by Caitlyn and Ari picking up the kill steal. And then, oh my god, Azik with an amazing play flashing in to finish off his opponent there. Oh, which would have been Ghostface Killa. And then catching Fnatic. And that's bad news for A&E. If they are still in this game, and I do not know if they are because I am covering up the time. Because I don't like to know these things. You could end here, guys. It could end here. We will know very shortly. Turret going down. Here goes the inhibitor. Goodbye, inhibitor. Nice knowing you. Sitting at about 38 minutes and 30 seconds. Phobia not able to finish this off. That was fun. That was a great play. I love the way that the Cataclysm held back cho'gath. That was huge. Bishop wasn't able to do his normal face tanking thing, and by the time he came in, they'd already taken too much damage. And Graves did his job. I mean, he definitely shredded the people he was supposed to shred. Problem is that the tanks and the bruisers who went to go dive, Azik, just they got destroyed. They got destroyed. Doril at this point, as well as Azik, are too powerful. I mean, that's your carries right there. That's their job. So good for them. Fnatic also died trying to pick off Phobia before, with his last breath. With his last bullet, he shoots the support. Didn't kill him, though. But anyway, everybody's back up and ready to roll. Let's see, this is going to be the game-winning play. I almost guarantee a game-deciding play on this Baron here. Let's see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm at the edge of my seat. It might not be the game-deciding play. Who knows? I have no idea. Juicy wants a pull so bad. A game-deciding pull would be quite exciting at this point, but unfortunately for them, unfortunately for A&E, Phobia has vision of that brush. That's not good, guys. That's not good. Oh boy. And of course they have an Oracles on Loloho and Jarvan. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Blitzcrank wants to pull. Oh, Azek. Oh, Azek knew the range. He knew it was out of the range, so he was safe. Shock Blast missing. Throwing Shock Blast and Ruptures. Both teams running scared. Both teams running scared. Oh, there's a pull and Lola Hole. Terrible choice of pull, and Juicy Curry is annihilated. Oh, goodness. The Shockwave is not going to help them at all. Orange went deep, but he's getting destroyed as well. All of their carries going deep get peeled and get completely destroyed. And now it's only going to leave Ghostface Killer and Fnatic alive. Ghostface Killer is going to run for it, gets Shock Blasted at max range, and he is done. Absolutely done. I think it took a minute for Orange to die because he was passive, and now they chase down Fnatic. Sorry, Juicy, you are the loser of the game. I'm just kidding. That's too bad. That was an excellent game. It was very fun. I can't wait to see what they veto and what they pick for Game 2. So this was Game 1 of Phobia versus A&E, going to Phobia. Tons and tons of back and forth. Came down to a dead even team fight that could have gone either way. And that's GG. See you next game.